academic.
In the last class, we finished short acting, benzodiazepine. Short acting we use for anxiety and insomnia. Insomnia, two problem: one REM, sleep problem; another induction, sleep induction problem. For induction problem, we use Zolam, alprazolam, midazolam, triazolam. And for REM issue, we use oxazepam, oxazi, oxazepam, timazepam. These uses done.
Yes, sir.
Now we move on long acting. What are the uses of long acting benzodiazepine? In long acting, we having lorazepam, clonazepam, a very effective drug. Most commonly used long acting diazepam. Lorazepam, clonazepam, and diazepam. These drugs are long acting benzodiazepine. Long acting. So these long acting we use for epilepsy, the person having attack of epilepsy is not controlled. If very severe epilepsy, status epilepticus, status epilepticus. Another use eclampsia. In eclampsia also seizure. Eclampsia in pregnancy induced seizure. Pregnancy induced seizure in last trimester. Last trimester means 6 to 9 months. Last trimester, female develop preeclampsia and eclampsia. It's a very dangerous condition, life-threatening. Eclampsia and pre mean just before eclampsia. Okay, pre mean just before eclampsia. In preeclampsia, the mother having hypertension plus proteinuria plus proteinuria. In eclampsia, mother having hypertension, proteinuria plus seizure. Understand? So in eclampsia, seizure there. The mother also can die. Hypertension, proteinuria, and seizure is the eclampsia. The best drug of choice for seizure. For seizure, magnesium sulfate. It's the best option. But we have another option to control seizure that time if not controlled by magnesium sulfate. So we can use long acting So all these conditions, epilepsy, status epilepticus, lead to what? These all problem seizures, okay? All problem seizure, epilepsy, seizure, status epilepticus. Status epilepticus, the seizure is a type of epilepsy. Status epilepticus is a type of epilepsy. In this case, the seizure, the attack continue up to 15 to 30 minutes. 15 to 30 minutes, patient just body is still moving, trembling, seizure there, okay? Lot of tremors there. So in eclampsia, in pregnancy, seizure attack in pregnancy. The best drug of choice for seizure in pregnancy, magnesium sulfate. Another option, long-acting clonazepam, diazepam. Understand? So these long-acting benzodiazepine we use for seizure. Clear? One use done, okay? Second use, these drugs we use in anesthesia because these drugs they causing sedation also, yeah, they causing sedation. So we also can use in anesthesia for what purpose? To maintain the sedation while surgery, okay? We also can use these drugs, also can use gases. This anesthesia is a separate chapter, okay? Later we discuss in anesthesia lecture. So we use in anesthesia is long acting lorazepam, clonazepam, and diazepam. Okay, clonazepam very special use. Clonazepam very special use. Number 3. It's a one type of epilepsy. Epilepsy. In epilepsy, the one type is known as absence seizure. Absence seizure. In absence seizure, it's a very common MCQ for absence seizure. So what is the drug of choice? Drug of choice for absence seizure. First drug, ethosuximide. Ethosuximide. First drug, okay? Second drug, if it's not the answer there, then you choose valproic acid. Valproic acid. Third option, clonazepam. We have 3 drugs for this type of epilepsy, okay? Absence. This seizure in children. Okay? They're just rolling their eyes and just staring on one spot. For example, mostly in, when the children start their education in 5 year, 6 year age, went to school first time. So that's the age, 5-6 year age, okay? In the class, just staring on wall, staring on board, just staring. They are absent from the environment like this. Yeah? Like they are thinking something. It's a type of seizure, it's type of epilepsy. Absent seizure. In absent seizure, drug of choice. First drug, ethosuximide. Second option, valproic acid. Third option, clonazepam. Understand? So clonazepam is also an option for absent seizure. Clear? Clonazepam. So used for absence seizure, clonazepam, used for anesthesia, and used for any type of seizure. Any type of seizure, epilepsy, status epilepticus, eclampsia, okay, any type of seizure. What is the eclampsia? Seizure in pregnancy. Seizure in pregnancy. Understand? Eclampsia is a disease of pregnancy. Preeclampsia, a lady having hypertension and proteinuria. If hypertension and proteinuria, you must be careful now. Control blood pressure of the mother. Otherwise, if the now mother change to mother also having seizure, so it's not good for mother. It's also not good for baby. Okay, it may be life threatening for both baby and mother. Understand? So must control. What is the drug of choice to control blood pressure in pregnancy? Let me know. We done two drugs already. We have three drugs in use in pregnancy. Two we already done. Drug of choice in pregnancy for hypertension. Not go for beta blocker, not go for alpha blocker. They interfere with glucose level. They also affect baby. Alpha methyl dopa, alpha 2 agonist 1, and labetalol, carvedilol. If you remember, alpha beta blocker, labetalol, carvedilol for heart failure also. Okay, so we use labetalol in pregnancy hypertension. Pregnancy hypertension, labetalol. Methyl dopa, also pregnancy. Okay, alpha methyl dopa and labetalol. These two drugs is a drug of choice for blood pressure in pregnancy. Understand? Third drug later we learn in heart section. We have calcium channel blocker. Okay, that's why I will explain third drug of choice for pregnancy hypertension. Okay, if the mother also having seizure and hypertension together, you control blood pressure by using alpha methyl dopa and labetalol, and control seizure. First drug of choice must be magnesium sulfate. Another option you can go for diazepam, long acting benzo. Clear? Long acting benzo to control the seizure. Okay, next for absence type of epilepsy, we have the option clonazepam. Fourth use, muscle relaxation. Muscle relaxation, like in tetany, also in case of paralysis, if the patient have brain stroke, then paralysis. Muscle relaxation. Clear? Muscle relaxation. Okay, this muscle relaxation barbiturate we also use for muscle relaxation. Yeah, for insomnia barbiturate we also can use. For anxiety barbiturate we also can use. But what your preference? Benzodiazepine. Why? Because benzodiazepine more safer than barbiturate. Clear? Barbiturate in overdose can lead to coma and death. Barbiturate not having antidote is a two main problem with the barbiturate. Okay, if overdose, no antidote there. If overdose can lead to more CVS and CNS depression, can lead to coma. Understand? So our first line of drug for insomnia, for anxiety, for muscle relaxation, for seizure must be benzodiazepine. Understand? Must prefer benzodiazepine. Use number 5. If any patient having addiction of alcohol, now he or she want to quit. If want to quit, now what happened with that patient? That patient now hunger for alcohol again and again, having some effect. Alcohol doing what? Alcohol in our brain stimulate GABA. Okay, alcohol stimulate GABA. Understand? Alcohol stimulate GABA. The same effect like benzodiazepine. So if any patient want to quit, no more drinking, yeah, want to quit, in that patient what happens? Withdrawal effect. With withdrawal effect. Withdrawal effects. The first withdrawal effect for alcohol. Again, insomnia, blood pressure high, the patient now craving for alcohol again, yeah. having mentally totally disturbed now because patient was addicted for consumption of alcohol. Patient was addicted. Now he want to quit. If the patient want to quit, you can use benzodiazepine alcohol withdrawal. Clear? Because benzodiazepine, long-acting lorazepam, clonazepam, diazepam, they're doing the same thing like alcohol. So it's an alternative for alcohol. Yeah. Alcohol also stimulate GABA. Yeah. Alcohol also stimulate GABA. And now the benzodiazepine have same action like GABA. So it's an alternative for example, you want to quit smoking. You want to quit smoking, you need what? You need nicotine. So nowadays in market we having gums, chewable gums, for nicotine gums, nicotine patch. Yeah. So it's mean alternative. The same thing in the smoking nicotine, your body of course need if you addicted. Yeah. Clear? For alcohol
Yes.
withdrawal. For alcohol withdrawal, so we can use benzodiazepine if any person want to quit. If any person want to quit. Understand? Number 5. These 5 uses clear?
Yes, sir.
If any person having issue sleepwalking, oh, walking in sleep, sleepwalking. Any person having night terror. So all these problems happen in mostly REM cycle, REM sleep. So which drug do you prefer if you have problem with REM? Oxazepam, temazepam, oxazepam, temazepam. So if any person come to you and having night terror, bad dreaming, yeah, every day, every night terror, just give temazepam, oxazepam, very good deep sleep, no dream, everything forget about the dream. Okay, because very good sleep it will lead to good sleep. So mostly the persons is using benzodiazepine for insomnia or an anxiety. They feeling calmness, yeah. They feeling peace in their mind. They feeling relaxed after using these medications. So what's the big problem with the benzodiazepine? Addiction is a big problem. Addiction. The person they always want to take this drug when they started. So it's not use benzodiazepine for long time. Okay. So if you want to withdraw, for example, you using these benzodiazepine for sleep problem, for an anxiety problem. So how you stop this drug? Question here. How now your sleep problem is okay. Your anxiety is okay. How you quit? How you stop these drug use? For example, you are using 5 mg, one tablet, okay? Once 5 mg tablet. No, not suddenly stop. Never sudden stop. Never sudden stop, okay? Here the term here is known as tapering dose. Tapering, tapering means to reduce step by step. First day you go for like your problem. Your problem was insomnia. Your problem was an anxiety. Your problem was night terrors like this. Yeah. So use for you use for longer time. So if you use for longer time now, you want to quit this drug because your problem is solved now. Yeah. You're no more insomnia, no more anxiety. Now you want to stop use this drug. Never go for sudden stop. If you again go for sudden stop, what happen? Rebound insomnia. It means insomnia again come back. Rebound and anxiety. Again an anxiety come back. Understand? Never suddenly stop. What you do? Tapering dose. What's the meaning of tapering dose? First day 5 mg. After 2 days 4 mg. After 2 days 3 mg. Okay, then 1 mg. After 1 week 0. Nothing. No need to use. Like this. You reduce the drug dose. Then slowly stop this drug. Slowly stop these drugs. Never go for sudden stop. Oh no, I am okay. I have no more problem. Like for the 1 week you use for insomnia, now your insomnia is okay. You sleep at time and no more very excessive dreaming. No problem with REM sleep. No night terrors. If you want to quit this medication, how you stop? By tapering dose. What's the meaning of tapering dose? Day by day, decrease the dose. Okay, day by day, decrease the dose. Never sudden stop. If you suddenly stop, what happens? If you suddenly stop, again an anxiety come back. Again insomnia come back. Understand? It's a very important precaution. If you want to quit this drug, how you stop? Slowly, okay? Must slowly. No sudden stop. These drugs have another side effect, addiction. Yeah? Addiction potential. They having addiction potential. Be careful, not use for much longer time. Okay. If you already addicted, you want to quit, again tapering dose, slowly decrease. Okay, from 5 mg to 4, 3, 1, like this. Yeah. If you're using 10 mg 2 tablet or 5 mg 1 tablet, like this, you reduce day by day, then you can quit. Otherwise, what happen? Withdrawal effect. What happen? Withdrawal effects. Understand? Withdrawal effects. So what are the side effects of these drugs? Benzo and barbiturate. Side effect. Very common side effect. First one, addiction. Second side effect, oversleeping, sedation. Another side effect, sedation. CVS. This, your heart rate and everything is going down. CVS, depression. Another side effect, overdose. If you use overdose, respiratory depression. With respiratory depression, it can lead to death and coma, okay, in case of overdose. In case of overdose. Which antidote, let me know which antidote in case of overdose?
Flumazenil.
Flumazenil. Can you give for barbiturate?
No.
No. Flumazenil. In case of overdose, you have safety point, flumazenil, okay? It's all about GABA drugs, barbiturate and benzodiazepine. Okay, the last thing, how these drugs are working. How these drugs work. See the GABA receptor first. For example, it's a neuron cells having GABA receptor. GABA receptor having the component alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. GABA receptor have 4 types of protein. Okay, GABA receptor, for example, so one receptor of GABA, and this receptor having 4 types of protein: alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. 4 types of protein. So these 4 types of protein, this receptor attach with colloid gate or colloid channel. Clear? This receptor attached with colloid. GABA. This is a GABA receptor. Okay, GABA receptor have how many protein? 4 protein: alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, alpha, beta, and gamma. We having 3 GABA attached with. How GABA is working? GABA attached with the first this receptor, this part of protein, this one, alpha. This alpha protein part, GABA itself. Understand? This is normally how it's working. Then GABA attached with alpha subunit and open this colloid gate. This colloid gate open, then colloid from outside now entering to, from outside this colloid enter to cell. Yeah, inside become negative. Okay, now you're using drug here. How many protein? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. This is a receptor, GABA receptor. Okay, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So this beta protein, this beta attached with barbiturate. Must keep in mind. Okay, barbiturate attached with which protein receptor? GABA receptor have 4 protein. Okay, beta attached with beta. Then what happens? Here we having colloid channel. This colloid again enter. Okay, for longer duration, you can see here. This is a normal neuron. Normal thing, yeah. GABA attached, yeah. Here next, you're using drug barbiturate. Thiopentol, amobarbitol, cecobarbitol, pentobarbitol, phenobarbital. Okay, amo, ceco, pento, thiopentol, thiopentol. Barbiturate attached with GABA receptor. How benzodiazepine working? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. This segment is gamma, this one delta, this one beta, this one alpha. Barbiturate attached with beta and benzodiazepine attached with this for benzodiazepine. Benzodiazepine receptor, okay? This is attachment site. GABA receptor have 4 proteins here. So the gamma protein is a site for benzodiazepine. Barbiturate attached with beta protein. GABA attached with alpha protein. So now see how benzo working. What the difference between barbiturate and benzo? You can see here benzo how working. The benzo they also need presence of GABA on its receptor. Can you see the difference here? You see, barbiturate on singly, solely they no need GABA attachment with its receptor. Yeah, barbiturate independent of GABA. Barbiturate independent of GABA presence. Understand? How about benzo? Dependent of GABA, depend upon GABA presence. Yeah. If you want benzodiazepine start working, you need also GABA. This is the reason why benzodiazepine, if for example, one benzo molecule attached with receptor, one GABA we use. Okay, two molecule attached with receptor, two we use. So if you increasing benzodiazepine very rarely undergo toxicity. Understand? Because they also need GABA presence. So, but in case of barbiturate, they are independent. They can open channel by themselves. Yeah, they can open channel by themselves. They also attach for more longer duration. They can open channel for longer duration. So very easily toxicity. That's a big reason. Clear? That's the first line when I start an anxiety drug, the benzod and barbiturate. I already got one line there. Benzodiazepine, they need GABA presence. Barbiturate, they don't need like this. Yeah. So here, this concept is now more clear. Understand the difference? How they work? This normal neuron, only GABA attach and open the colloid channel. Yeah. So when you're using drug, barbiturate for an anxiety, for seizure, for muscle relaxation. So now you're using barbiturate. Barbiturate, they no need GABA presence. And benzodiazepine, they need GABA presence. Okay, this concept you also keep in mind. Another thing, you must know which protein of GABA receptor for which one, for which thing, like GABA attached for alpha. Okay, going to alpha, GABA going for alpha, barbiturate going for beta, and benzodiazepine for gamma. Understand? So gamma protein, there are two types. This is a receptor. What's the meaning of receptor? Okay, we having, this is a real receptor for GABA. Understand? This GABA receptor having protein alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. Okay, subunit of GABA receptor, real receptor for GABA. Okay, so GABA, from this protein, all these protein, GABA prefer alpha protein of its receptor. This actually, this everything, alpha, beta, gamma, everything belongs to GABA receptor. Okay, it's a real GABA receptor. GABA receptor attached to its own receptor, that GABA on alpha subunit. Beta subunit when you use barbiturate. Gamma subunit used when you use benzodiazepine. Okay, so benzodiazepine alpha segment, there are two type of receptor, BZ1 and BZ2. Two type of alpha, okay, the two category of, the two type of receptor for benzodiazepine, BZ1, BZ2. Benzodiazepine receptor 1, benzodiazepine receptor 2. Okay, this receptor for benzodiazepine present in neuron of frontal lobe. This receptor present other area of brain. Okay, so if you block this, you can treat an anxiety, you can treat insomnia, clear insomnia, you can control seizure, everything. If you also block this, another problem with frontal brain, if you remember, frontal brain store your memory, you learn by your frontal brain that thing. If you want to learn new thing, this phenomena known as, if you know, cognition. Yeah, what is cognitive? Cognition mean to learning something. Yeah, to store memory. This property of brain known as cognition. So intellectual functioning, your IQ, your memory to learn new thing. Understand? This known as cognition. So benzodiazepine having another receptor BZ2 in frontal brain. If you block this receptor, like if you stimulate this receptor, your cognition going down. If the person using benzodiazepine, you also can write here the side effect number 6. The side effect number 6, the 4 done here as to depression. Side effect, another side effect, these drugs, they're producing amnesia. Okay, these drugs, they disturb your memory and learning. It's known as, they also disturb my cognition.